So, welcome again. Good morning. I hope all of you who have been yesterday already here had a chance to visit maybe the streets in Mark, have a nice evening after our workshop day. Actually, this photo is from last year. The number, meanwhile, increased by 1. But yeah, maybe the PAT meeting give you the excuse to come to Dresden for the Striezelmarkt, or vice versa. At least I think the main purpose is here that we want to have 2 interesting days together. And before we actually start, I want to give you a very brief overview of Sentronic and the history, just in case, because we have, of course, new faces among us and people who don't know us that well. So Sentronic, we are running the company since 1993, actually, and our headquarters is here in Dresden. And for about 2.5 years now, we have Sentronic US as a subsidiary, with our colleagues being here as well. And we are running 2 business units, the NIR spectroscopy, which we are here for at the moment, and we have a second business unit doing water quality monitoring systems based on the dissolved oxygen sensors. I just want to show you one slide of that as well, so that you see what we are doing here. So it's focusing on solutions for aquaculture, so it's monitoring of aquaculture processes based on fluorescence sensing and technology around that. So this business runs in parallel. Many of you have seen these slides, of course. This is the main product line in the PAT area, which we are supporting for a couple of years now, many years. And in addition, many of you may know, but not that much, we also have a handheld system, which is used in pharmacy, in German pharmacies mainly. Many German pharmacies are using that handheld system in the meantime. And also some new products which haven't made it into the original slide yet, like the Sentronic PAT Compact. It's still new. But that's not how we started. So I want to show you some older pictures of what did we do before. And actually, since the end of the 90s, we were working mainly in chemical industry, so mainly polymer industry. And there we did really some weird, interesting things, like the combined NIR Raman system, which you see here. It was used for extrusion monitoring, for example. And we also had industrial installations of Raman spectroscopy. This is a production scale extruder at Bayer in Dormagen. I've been there a couple of times. Interesting. And also we did UV spectroscopy by the time with the Sentroproc modular system. We also did UV, and this was actually in polycarbonate production. It was used by Dow Chemical for many years, I would say. And we had very early attempts to do mobile spectrometers. Actually, it was weighing around 6 kilograms. It was a computer where we built in a spectrometer. And you see what's on the right side, you see the Centro head. Sometimes it's called the Centro Cup or mug, Centro mug. And actually the Centro head was bringing us into pharma. And this is how this pharma started. Martin, among us, asked us in 2003 to look at the Centro head. And I responded. Found interesting, and Martin, in its way which we know now, responded fast, short, yes, I'm available, come here. So, and then I was in Sandwich, I think a few days later, and it was the beginning of a wonderful friendship, I would say. And among his Pfizer colleagues from this year, we also have Steve Hammond here and Phil Doherty. They were our first contacts, and we have to thank them a lot. We wouldn't be here without that support from the early days. This is the Centro head. This was Martin. So these 2 slides should have been earlier now. Then we also started PAT, no PAT meetings, that was user meetings in 2004. That was me, my former me. Yeah, these meetings were smaller. So we did it in a hotel close by, and we had customers from mainly polymer industry there at this time. And then just 5 years later, the list of speakers already includes some of the known names, like Phil was already here. We had Lawrence Leesom, Peter Murray, and so some people you probably know from the industry. Then 2013, it was even more pharma. Some faces probably look really familiar, and this was actually our speakers, the speaker presence. You can't overlook Sebastian there as well. And then the next user meeting was 2013, and at this time we had a flood in Dresden. Not a real bad flood, so it was still okay, but this is Barry Fox. He was our US representative for many, many years until we learned to know Owen and his team. And the bridge you see there, actually this is our SAD bridge. So it was photographed, it was still intact here, but this year it looks more like this, unfortunately. Really bad. But okay, so now we have one bridge less, more traffic jams, but still okay, Dresden is not that large. This is the PAT meeting 2017, but I didn't find slides or photos to show. And then we have already 2019, which was the last one here in Dresden and actually in the Hyperion. So those of you who have been here, of course, will probably remember. There's no slides on that, but the day before the meeting, the jewelries from the Dresden Schloss were stolen, and there was police around here on the first day. Some of that is back in Dresden. Yeah, but so we hope this time no flood, no stealing of jewelries, and the bridge is already broken, so we hope nothing else will happen now. Everything can only be good. And then in 2000, so last year we did our first PAT meeting in the US, so which was also a nice adventure and very well organized by Owen and his team at this time. And now we are here. So this was just a short impression of yesterday, of the workshop day. So thanks for all of you coming. And so we have guests from Australia, India, China, so and the US, our colleagues, and around Europe. And thank you very much for being here, being our guests. We hope you will enjoy the next 2 days a lot. And yeah, let the talks begin.